A first-year AI engineer can out-earn a family doctor who spent 11 years in training. That's not a headline exaggeration. That's just the paycheck. Here's what nobody tells you before you chase this job. Most people assume you need a computer science degree to break in. You don't. A growing share of working AI engineers came from physics, math, even philosophy. They taught themselves the rest. That should feel encouraging. But hold that thought, because the next fact complicates it fast. Here's the part the recruiters leave out. The eye-popping salary you saw online is not the median, it's the outlier. A small number of engineers at a handful of frontier labs pull the average sky high, while most AI engineers land somewhere far more ordinary. Software developers in the US earned a median of roughly $130,000 a year as of recent labor statistics. AI-specific roles do trend higher, but higher than average and the number you saw in a YouTube thumbnail are two very different paychecks. Would you still want in knowing the real number is smaller than the headline? Company loyalty barely exists in this field. The average AI engineer changes jobs far more often than workers in most other professions. Some of that is ambition. Some of it is companies quietly cutting teams the moment a project stalls. Either way, stability is not the selling point here. Then there's the skill you're never told you're buying, an expiration date. The tools, frameworks, and models that are cutting edge today can be irrelevant within 2 or 3 years. You are not learning a craft once. You are relearning your craft on a loop for as long as you stay in the field. And here's the fact that surprises almost everyone. Burnout rates among AI and machine learning engineers run notably higher than the broader tech industry average, according to multiple recent developer surveys. Verify the latest numbers before you cite them. The pace that makes this field pay well is the same pace that wears people down. So how does someone actually get in? Forget the myth that you need 4 years and a diploma before anyone takes you seriously. The fastest real path usually looks like this. Learn Python first, since nearly every AI tool is built around it. Then move into a focused machine learning course or boot camp, something measured in months, not years. From there, build projects nobody assigned you. Recruiters in this field care far less about your degree and far more about what you've actually shipped. A working project on your own portfolio can outweigh a transcript. Certifications help, but only the right ones. Cloud platform certifications from major providers, plus a demonstrated grasp of core machine learning concepts, tend to matter more than a generic AI certificate from an unfamiliar site. Most people who take the fast path are earning their first AI engineering paycheck within 12 to 18 months of starting from scratch. That timeline assumes real, consistent effort. It is not passive. Now, is it actually worth it financially? Here's the honest math. You're not just spending money on courses. You're spending time you could have used building experience somewhere else. And you're accepting a field where your knowledge has a shelf life. Weight against that. Entry-level AI engineering pay already sits above the median for most professions. And senior AI engineers at competitive companies can clear well into 6 figures, sometimes far beyond that at top labs. Treat those upper numbers as unverified until you check them against current listings, because this field moves fast enough that last year's figures can already be stale. The return is real, but it is not guaranteed, and it is not evenly distributed. The people earning the eye-popping numbers you saw online are usually the ones who kept reskilling every single year, not the ones who learned one framework and stopped. So who should actually do this? If you genuinely enjoy learning on a treadmill that never stops moving, this field will reward you well beyond what most careers offer. If you want to learn something once and coast for a decade, this is close to the worst profession you could pick. The paycheck is real, so is the churn. You came in thinking about the number on the thumbnail. The real number is smaller, the hours are less forgiving, and the finish line keeps moving. Knowing all of that, would you still take the trade?